Welcome back to TechniqueWOD. In our last video, we worked on Turkish get-ups. We went over the way that I have traditionally done them. Matt, who knows a whole lot more about kettlebells than I do, has his own thoughts on the matter, so he's going to talk about some of the things that he does in his method that I don't do in mine, that I actually didn't know about until just the other day, and I like a whole lot more. So I'm going to turn it over to Matt.
All right, guys, thanks for having me. I always like to start from the bottom. Like we said in the videos yesterday, there's not a lot of there's a lot of ways you can do a get-up, but there's no wrong way, so long as you're keeping good mechanics. So I'll start from the bottom. It's important to go onto your side and use your own body momentum to take the kettlebell over. So you kind of get into this fetal position and rotate the bell onto your back. Get in that press stance that you're going to have with your same side leg pulled in and your opposite side leg out. Chest flat on the, or back flat on the ground. Press that load overhead and get your arm out at a 45-degree angle. Where I differ from Doug is that he likes to kick his leg up to give him some momentum. I find that really difficult to do with a maximal load. So I'm going to keep my chest tight. I'm going to imagine there's a fish hook that's attached to my sternum, and I'm going to crease at the hips instead of sitting up, and drive my leg into the ground as I sit up to that first position. From here, I'll go into my high sit on my hand. Just like Doug did, I'll bridge up. But what you notice right here is that there's a straight line from that kettlebell into my hand supporting the load. So if someone was to come here and push down on me, it's a solid vertical line. A lot of times you'll see people doing a low sweep that are going to skip this step, and they're not going to have that good support for that weight overhead. Sweep my leg through into that kneeling position. From here, you'll notice that everything is still resting right on this arm. A lot of times you'll see people just try to sit up like this, doing some sort of kind of oblique exercise. For me, I find it a lot more efficient to go back on my haunches, sit back a little bit so I can support that weight, and then come up into that standing position.
Can you do it one more time?
So,
from a better angle.
Instead of from here, just sitting up, where I have to stabilize the load a lot more difficultly and use my smaller muscles to move the weight, I'm going to come from here, load's nice and stable, sit back, and then sit up with my hips. From there, rotate the back knee, stand up, and then take it back down. So 3 little differences. I like to drive my heel into the ground, feel that gives me more stability to lift more weight. From here, I'll kick my back leg in, lets me sit on my haunches. Or from here, bring it back into my back heel, and then stand up with it. All the time I'm thinking about where's the best place for my bones to hold the load and make my muscles do as little work as possible.
All right, thanks, Matt.
Thank you.